when we're starting to learn something new, okay, that it takes a while for our brain to wire in how to do it. The physical ability, you know how it is when you're starting to drive a car. Do you remember? That you're trying to do 5 different things at once. So it takes a while for our brain to wire it in and actually pass. This is where the astrocytes come in. The routine, the habits, pass what's conscious over to the non-conscious side. So it takes a little while. So we're not very good at it when we start out something. And it's the same with learning a new subject in class. That, you know, you get given new ideas, new language. It takes a little while for our brain to basically get our head around it. So we start off, and we tend to be not very good at something. We could say non-conscious or unconscious. Non-conscious incompetence, which means incompetence, we're not good at it. Non-conscious, we're not aware that we're not good at it because we've never done it before. Okay, so that's a natural part of the learning process, that it takes a little while. We're generally not good at something straight away. What happens is we continue to practice to get better at it, to get really good at it, as we move into the next stage, which is called conscious incompetence, which means I start to see myself not good at it. Okay, now that's a very difficult place to be in. When you see yourself not good at something, it can be frustrating and confusing. I say to the kids, you know, you get an assignment back and it doesn't have a very good grade, and you look at the evidence, and it's very easy to make a decision and go, well, maybe I'm just not good at economics. Or I'm not good at learning this. I can't do this, right? I can't do it. And it's very easy to make a decision. It's the same with learning to drive a car. But the thing is, the interesting thing with learning to drive a car, they go through all of that sort of embarrassment of bunny hopping down the road and, you know, revving it up and all of that sort of thing. And maybe their friends are watching and it's so embarrassing, frustrating. But they don't give up, do they? Why? Because they really want to learn to drive a car. We do. Why do we want to learn to drive a car?
Useful.
Yeah, it's useful because we get around. Yeah, we get around fast. We get the independence. The kids want their freedom, right? So, interestingly, we were passing through this difficult stage of seeing ourselves not good at it. We moved into the next stage, and what happens is if you carry on practicing, you can get into this next stage, which is called conscious competence. Brain has had a chance to wire in either the physical ability or the intellectual understanding, okay? And if we carry on moving into it, you know how this is. The last stage is called non-conscious competence, which means we get in the car, we don't even have to think about it, right? We zoom off, we're changing gears, we're looking where we want to go, listening to music, talking to our friends, and we get to where we want to go, and it's like, oh, here I am, and I haven't even noticed all that stuff that I've passed along the way. You've practiced it so much, you're so good at it, that you don't even have to think about it. You've turned it over to those astrocytes, and so you don't have to consciously think about all of the things that are coming through your senses. So that's really, really what excellence is about. And those of you who are interested in sports and any kind of high performance type of activities, we're trying to get the kids up to that point where they're practicing, so they don't have time to think about, well, how do I throw the ball or perform or the golf or whatever it might be. I just do it, all right? And hopefully do it really well. So the thing is with academic performance as well, is that it's very easy, as I said, when we're seeing ourselves in that second stage, it's a natural part of the learning process that there will be a period of time where we just don't get it, you know? Have you had that, where the kids are in class and they're like, I don't get it. Do you get it? No, I don't get it, you know? And they're frustrated and confused. That's okay, all right? That's normal, that the brain hasn't had enough time yet to be able to wire in the understanding. But what they need to do is be mindful of how they're talking to themselves. I can't do it, I'm dumb, who cares, will prevent them from moving into that next stage. So we want to be able to find, really, like we found the same kind of purpose to drive a car. Why do I want to learn this? If we can help get them to see the value, again, will help to push them through that next stage. And just keep on practicing, keep on persevering, the mindset of persevering, they will eventually get it, yeah? It just takes time, and that's okay, yeah? So I talk to the kids about this, and it's quite useful for them to know that when they are feeling frustrated and confused, that's all right, yeah? That's okay. Just keep at it, and they'll be fine, okay? They might need a bit more time, and it's very hard when all of your friends get it and you don't get it, yeah? Okay. So just know that that's a normal, natural learning process. All right. I want to talk a little bit about how our mind works and then we'll do some activities, because what happens is we use this picture of an iceberg. You know how icebergs are as far as we're aware of the tip of the iceberg, but they're actually like huge under the surface. And our mind is like that because the average person thinks about 50 to 60,000 thoughts a day. Okay, so there's kind of like